Elden Ring is right around the corner, and with all the discourse that this game is getting online, I thought I'd share my own thoughts on my time spent in the network test. Many are stating that the game reuses animations from Dark Souls, and think this game ain't gonna amount to much except for, Dark Souls 3.5 or Dark Souls 4. I believe this is furthest from the truth. I believe Elden Ring will differentiate itself from Software's previous titles, with its backtracking Metroidvania-style gameplay loop more than just, now it's open world. Even if the game reuses assets and animation, the scope of this game is massive, and I'll gladly accept those reused animations any day with what this game is doing. This game doesn't feel like it's going to be like Resident Evil 4 and 5 in terms of asset animation reuse. And trust me, I like both of those games. It's not me hating on them. I played both of them. It's just game development takes time and costs a lot of money, so it's common for games to reuse stuff. If you ever played any of the Souls games that From Software has made, then you're well aware about how the core combat works. Cross button now allows you to jump, which doesn't sound like much, but most Souls games don't allow you to jump. This is kind of big because you can use it for combat too. You can dodge just by jumping over an underhanded swing. And when you're in the air and you tap the R2 button, you can do a jump attack, which can actually do a stance break. And you can get a critical hit in by pressing the R1 button after doing this. While traversing the open world, you may stumble across a door or a cave. Opening these doors might lead to a full-on dungeon or just a little chest. Sometimes the full-on dungeon leads to a boss that usually leads to a good reward. Each of these places usually has a lot of variety too. They're not just copy and pasted. From catacombs of the dead, caves full of wolves. The cave or mine might have a dungeon. It might just be a simple chest. But whatever it is, usually leads to a good reward, be it a weapon, an ash of war, consumable, maybe more. This is the network test after all. Some of these places are hidden throughout the environment, while others let you know they're right there or something's there. This doesn't just limit to the dungeons either. You can actually find stuff in the open world too. Another good way to get in a critical hit is to counterattack by tapping L1 and R2 after successfully blocking an attack. This does a lot of damage and you want to do it a lot. L2, however, is tied to your weapon skill, something carried over from Dark Souls 3, but this game has expanded upon it pretty greatly. Some are unique skills tied to the weapon able to be unequipped, like a particular sword with a cool lightning strike. But most weapons allow you to replace your current skill with a new one you may have acquired in the overworld or from a boss or by completing a dungeon or just by randomly cutting something down. They can vary from buffs to actual attacks like a handy spinning thrust that I used with the double blade. Skills cannot be used, however, while on horseback. However, there's horseback combat now, and across the overworld are enemies that ride on horseback as well. Again, like on foot, R1 and L1, R2 and L2 are light and heavy attacks respectively while on horseback to deal with those horseback bandits. While on your horse, you can also dodge, but while in combat they use stamina as well, and pressing the L3 button you can jump off the horse to evade, which I recommend because if you get hit too many times, you will get knocked off your horse. That is not good because the animation takes way too long for you to get up. This is very, very punishing. The horse is a great addition, and with the fact that this game is going to be an open world setting, it's going to help greatly in traversing this beautiful landscape. The environments, to the storytelling. This game's overworld is gorgeous and very detailed that makes you see something in the distance you just want to go see what it is. Every nook and cranny has something. Everything in this world feels like it used to be lived in. Dungeons, castles in the distance, high cliffs, oceans, shipwrecks in the distance, islands, ruins of temples. The exploration is going to get me killed so many times over and over again. I cannot wait. I'm going to sink so many hours into this game. This is Bio signing off.